We are cold. We are hot. Although rough, we touch gently. We see light everywhere, even in the dark. When we are quiet, the silence runs deep. Yet we have a voice that inspires. We are tenacious and live with passion. We believe that diverse conditions offer an infinite number of possibilities. We are strong, dedicated, and determined. We shape, we create, and let inspiration carry us forward. We choose the tools that work best for us. We let information flow because together we are more. We walk the paths that provide us the best access to learning. We trust that new opportunities arise from what we do, think, and change. We are committed to growing under all circumstances. We have the Northern Factor.
Szeretettel üdvözlünk mindenkit. Welcome everyone to our webinar with Lapland University of Applied Sciences. We are going to introduce you the bachelor degree programs International Business and Tourism with the help of our lecturers of Lapland University of Applied Sciences and students. The first part of the presentation or the first part of the webinar will be in Hungarian, where I will introduce you the Finnish education system and briefly tell you about higher education and main information on applying. After that, we will have the international business program introduced and also the tourism program introduced. So allow me to switch to Hungarian and tell you the 10 reasons why study in Finland. 10+1 ok, miért Finnországban tanulj tovább. Az első és talán legfontosabb, ami mindent összeköt, az, hogy világszínvonalú az oktatási rendszerük. Ez azt jelenti, hogy ingyenes az oktatás, hallgatói kedvezmények vannak, és széleskörű hallgatói szolgáltatások is vannak. Nagyon biztonságos az ország, és ez biztosítja azt, hogy egy biztonságos, stresszmentes környezetben tanulj tovább. Magas az életszínvonal, és modern funkcionalitás jellemzi a finnek életstílusát. Ez a fajta minimalizmus és kényelem, ez áthat mindent, a tantermek kialakításában is odafigyelnek rá. Kiemelkedő hallgatói szolgáltatások vannak, erről már az előbb meséltem. Ez tulajdonképpen annyit is jelent, hogy maga a menza a finn egyetemeken, szerintem aki valaha járt finn egyetemen, az megemlíti, hogy éttermi színvonalú az étel, és ráadásul nagyon olcsó, kb. 2,5 euróért lehet ebédhez jutni. Valamint említettem a kényelmet, hogy arra is odafigyelnek, hogy egy élmény alapú oktatásban vehess részt. Gyönyörű természet vesz körül, és rengeteg utazási lehetőség van. Lapföldön kifejezetten be lehet járni Lapföldről Norvégiát, Svédországot és az összes északi sarkköri régiót, ami egy meseország szerintem, egy téli meseország. Igen, úgyhogy a természetbarát kultúra az nagyon jellemző a finnek éles stílusára is, és rengeteg túrát szerveztek nekünk is az egyetemen. Munkalehetőségek is nagy számban vannak, kifejezetten előnyös az, hogy karrierszolgáltatást nyújt az egyetem, tehát segít elhelyezkedni, egy bizonyos pontig mentorálja a hallgatókat abban, hogy munkát találjanak, és a legmegfelelőbb karrierutat válasszák ki maguknak. A hallgatói támogatás egy elérhető szolgáltatás, mely nem csak egyetemenként van, hanem úgy összességében Finnországban elérhető a hallgatói támogatás, valamint jut idő munkára, tehát lehet dolgozni egyetem mellett, úgyhogy ez nem megy a tanulmányok rovására. Rugalmas egyedi tanterv, hallgatók mentorálása. Nos igen, van egy úgynevezett egyedi tanterve mindenkinek, amit a mentortanárral közösen, tulajdonképpen a mentortanárral közösen építenek fel. hogy milyen specializációt válasszon, milyen online kurzusokat vegyen fel, akár más finn egyetemekről is, és ez valójában egy olyan fantasztikus eleme a finn oktatásnak, ami ténylegesen rugalmassá teszi azt, és ténylegesen úgymond mindenki megtalálja a maga útját, és mindenkiből a legjobbat hozza ki. A 10. pont talán az lesz, hogy az egyetem után többféle karrierút is lehetséges. Ez jelentheti akár azt is, hogy például mesterképzésre nem feltétlen kell ugyanazon a szakterületen tovább tanulnod, tehát hogyha te elvégeztél egy mérnöki alapképzést, attól még te elmehetsz üzleti mesterképzésre, mert nem azt fogják nézni, hogy mit tanultál előtte feltétlenül, hanem sokkal inkább azt, hogy mi motivál téged, és mi szeretnél lenni, és hogy ezért mennyi mindent teszel meg, hogy elérd azt. Ez a 30 éves korig ingyenes tanácsadások, ezzel alatt azt értem, hogy elérhető országos szinten ilyen mindenféle ingyenes tanácsadás és szolgáltatás, ami a karrier fejlődéshez és a lifelong learninghez szükséges. A plusz egy indok pedig mégiscsak a Covid, tehát Covid biztonságos ország Finnország, mert egy elég ritkán lakott és ugye az ezertó országa, itt inkább több fa és erdő van, mint ember, úgyhogy itt igazán el lehet jól szigetelődni bármilyen koronavírus krízis esetén. A finn felsőoktatásról röviden, alapvetően azt kell tudni, hogy kétféle felsőoktatási intézmény van, vannak a universityk, és vannak a University of Applied Sciences típusú, tehát alkalmazott tudományok egyetemek, melyek sokkal inkább gyakorlatorientáltak, melyeket a munkaerőpiaci igényekhez mérten alakították ki, tehát hogy a képzéseik ahhoz mérten vannak kialakítva és módosítva évről évre, tehát éppen ezért is gyakorlatiasabbak, mert arra készítik fel a hallgatókat, ahol éppen dolgozni kell majd nekük későbbiekben. És itt van sokkal több angol nyelvű alapképzés, több mint 150. A university-re azért nem térnék ki, mert most is egy University of Applied Sciences típusú intézménnyel közösen szervezzük ezt, és egy teljesen más a university-kre való jelentkezés és a képzési programok is. De bővebben azon a Study Info-s linken keresztül tudtok majd értesülni. Az alapképzésekről még úgy összehasonlításképpen gyorsan, röviden elmondom, hogy mi a fő különbség a két oktatási rendszer között. Szerintem a legnagyobb különbség, amit kiemelnék, az a tanár szerepe, mert a tanárok inkább mentorok, mint sem előadók, tehát sokkal inkább várják el az aktívabb részvételt a tanulóktól, a hallgatóktól, ami nem feltétlenül annyira rossz, és nem kell megijedni tőle, mert sokkal kevesebb így a házi feladat, és sokkal több mindent lehet elvégezni ugye magán az egyetemen, és éppen ezért kötelező is az aktív részvétel, mert az alapján is értékelnek, tehát nincsenek vizsgák, vagy ha van vizsga, akkor is csak nagyon kevés számban, amit muszáj úgy felmérni, de sokkal inkább a csoportmunkák és a projektmunkákon alapszik. Van ez a fajta probléma alapú tanulás, ami egy nagyon fontos módszertana a finn felsőoktatásnak. Ezen keresztül lehet úgy Isten igazából praktikus tudást szerezni. Ez a learning by doing mentalitás. Itt most nem kezdem el, nem fogok túl sok mindent mondani még a jelentkezésről, mert még rengeteg prezentációnk van mára a képzésekről, de ezt a prezentációt, amit most elkezdtem, azoknak, akik regisztráltak, kiküldöm és megküldöm, és így majd végig tudjátok görgetni a jelentkezéshez szükséges iratokat, és mindenféle szükséges információt megtaláltok benne. Amit így előjáróban elmondanék, hogy a jelentkezési időszak az ősszel induló alapképzésekre, tehát hogyha te mondjuk most érettségizel, akkor már jelentkezned kellett volna, mert januárban van a jelentkezés, de hogyha jövőre érettségizel, akkor januárban kell majd jelentkezni, tehát olyan most decemberig nagyjából meg kell, hogy szülessen benned a döntés, hogy jelentkeznél-e vagy sem. Így előjáróban annyit, hogy ingyenes a jelentkezés, és úgymond, hogyha meggondolod magad, semmi vonzata nincsen, csak nem oda mész ki, úgyhogy mindenkinek ajánlom, hogy majd, ha úgy van, akkor gondoljon erre decemberben. Akkor most meg fogom kérni Katyát. Katya, I would like to ask you to show the presentation for the international business. És megkezdjük a nemzetközi gazdálkodás szaknak a bemutatóját. Thank you. We can see it well.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Minna Kangasvieri and I'm here today to tell you about our International Business Studies program. So, Katja, please, could you switch to the next slide? Thank you. So, international business, what do you get? You get a degree on Bachelor's of Business Administration. We are located in the beautiful town of Rovaniemi here in Lapland. The duration of your studies is around 3.5 years. If you want to, you can do the degree a bit faster. If you want to, normally our teaching time is full-time day studies, contact teaching, and some virtual teaching. Of course, now due to COVID, we have a more virtual teaching going on at the moment. And here you can actually see some of our old students in the picture. Katja, please, could you switch? And here is the key to our business degree. So, my question to you is, are you interested in sustainable business or business and want to know the tools how to make your business to be more sustainable? Well, we have the answer for you. We have developed our new curriculum to meet the new needs of the new world in a sense. Our main focus is on sustainable business, and for this we have built the whole curriculum. Our idea is based on the theory of triple bottom line by John Elkin, and we do focus on the traditional profit side of things, but we do take into account the planet side and the people side of the business as well. And that's the whole idea of our degree here. But your first years will be spent on creating the good foundation for your business studies, where you study things related to international business. At the same time, you start developing your knowledge through different business tools and different type of projects, keeping in mind that in the middle pillars are those 3 key issues of sustainability. And then on your third year, you get to really enhance your knowledge and really define your study path, to think about the topics that are most interested for you. And you can also use the last steps that you have in our house, the work placement and the thesis, to establish your knowledge in sustainable business. You can go ahead, create some new business ideas around sustainability. So that's the key point for us here, to make new innovations through this sustainability thinking. We also do operate in close cooperation with the local business environment to find those new ideas and to meet their needs in this regard. We do have our traditional business studies, but with the topic of sustainability in there as well. And Katja, if you could please switch. We have some other special features here. So as part of our studies in international business, you will have the chance to take part in something called Arctic Valley. And what is Arctic Valley? It is our simulation game that we run during your first year studies. And in there, what you get to do is you get to establish your own learning companies. And you get to try out all the different tasks of setting your business. You can try your hand in marketing, in accounting, thinking about contracts, thinking about how connecting people, thinking about team building. All these issues you have a chance to really implement what you learn during your lectures into practice whilst we do all of these things in the Arctic Valley. And something else we have here, we have a chance for you guys to do a double degree in 2 different places. So the University of Tuba in Latvia and another one in Aachen in Germany. So this is a different focus, but if you would want to take your business studies and add to your knowledge, you can go ahead and do a double degree in one of these universities. And of course, you always have a chance to go abroad to do your studies as well. And then I guess it is for our last slide, Katja. So here, as told, with the house, with the pillars, you have the opportunity to create your own path. But here we have an example of some job titles where you might find yourself in the future. It is all depending on you and what you want to do and how do you want to shape your future. But you could find yourself to be the head of marketing or head of customer relationships or a sustainability manager. It is all depending on what you want to do, what do you want to focus, or is your big dream to be an entrepreneur? We give you the excellent tools for that. You get the tools already during your first year studies in Arctic Valley, and then on your third year, we focus on sustainability business even more, and you can develop your own sustainable business idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Minna. Is there any question that you would like to ask from Minna about the degree program? You can also write it in the chat, either in Hungarian or in English, and she will be more than happy to reply. But until then, because there aren't any questions, we can have our student Hausi here to reply some questions about student life. And since there isn't any question yet, I will ask her about how does she feel about studying international business, and if she has, what was her first experience studying international business.
Yeah, hello. I'm Hausi. I'm an international student at Lapland University of Applied Sciences. Nice to meet you guys. Yeah, I've been studying in Lapland for 3 years, and it was a really nice journey for me to study here. As an abroad student, I was facing with some wonderful and also the challenges when I first came to Finland. It was about a new life that I had to adapt. I have to live alone from far from my family, and also have to adapt with a new educational system. So everything was totally strange to me. However, the support of professors at Lapland UAS, as well as a tutor and student union GROPCO, was extremely helpful for me. And also the experience that can study and also cooperate with the local businesses in Rovaniemi was also nice for me. And moreover, I can participate many interesting programs and activities in order to enjoy the beauty of nature and the northern atmosphere in Lapland. So all about that is a wonderful journey instead of challenge or difficult or something new, but it become a wonderful journey. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Very, very nice to hear. May I ask about the student union Rotko? Can you introduce it to our audience? What is it, and what did you do with them? Just briefly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to talk about Student Union Rocco. Is our student union at Lapland University of Applied Sciences. So they have kind of many student tutors who can support us, who can support for international new students. Firstly, came to Finland who like are feel like strange with the Rovaniemi and school, and also they have many programs and activities for students. They like organize new events and activities for students to enjoy outside. For example, student camp and some corporations. Yeah, and we as students can like adapt easier with the life here and also can enjoy a relaxing life instead of just studying.
Yeah, thank you. Sounds very nice. Yes, indeed. And I actually forgot to mention that, of course, I am an alumni of Lapland University of Applied Sciences, so I also studied international business like you. But I seem to be too excited, and I forgot to mention this fact. And just to comment on this a new international business program with sustainability. It is brand new because when I graduated in 2019, I think that was the first year it was introduced or something like that. But it just also shows how dynamic and developing, innovative. That's the word I'm looking for. Is your curriculum? So yeah, thank you so much, Hausi. I think that's all. And maybe we can continue with the tourism presentation.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So my name is Ulla Kangasniemi, and actually I'm a language teacher at Lapland University of Applied Sciences. I teach both Swedish and English, but my main task is to act as a coordinator of our tourism program, which is my top priority at the moment. So I take care of all the student issues in the program, and I also look after all my students as well. So Katja, you can change the slide now. So as Minna already mentioned, the length or the duration of the program or the studies is the same in tourism and in IB. So the degree is the Bachelor of Hospitality Management. The location of the studies is the same, Rovaniemi, and the duration and the teaching time and all those issues are the same. We also offer online studies at the moment because of this COVID-19 situation. We also have students from all over the world, from, let's say, Australia to Iceland, or from the US to China. So we have very multicultural groups in tourism. And of course, in my opinion, Lapland and Rovaniemi is the best place in Finland to study tourism and hospitality, because Rovaniemi is the heart and the center of the tourism and hospitality industry in Finland. So may I have the next slide, please? So we actually focus on giving our students the best skills and knowledge required in the international tourism industry. I believe that the studies are very interesting because the main emphasis in our case is tourism management and experience design. Experience design is something that you'll actually learn how to create meaningful, memorable experiences to offer your clients. Actually, we are in the middle of the process of updating our curriculum, and that's why our new areas of interest will be sustainability, of course, because nowadays all our actions and operations, they need to be sustainable. But we also will pay more attention to risk and crisis management. So those are actually the new areas we will start focusing on. But naturally, the main emphasis will still be in the experience design. The next one, please. Other areas of studies are responsible tourism and hospitality, service design, digital marketing and sales, naturally, because tourism is also business. We focus on sustainable destination development and all other tourism business-related subjects, legislation, marketing, financial management, and so on. If you want to become an entrepreneur, we also have some studies for that. And as cutting themes, we also have foresight and safety issues. We pay attention to multicultural skills, naturally, are in focus because you will be studying in very multicultural groups. Language studies, obviously, because tourism is also about languages. You can also complete your training periods or study exchange outside Finland. And we also have some studies arranged together with our partner universities outside Finland, let's say Barcelona in Spain, Catalonia, and also with the Breda University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands, as well as Kempten University of Applied Sciences in Germany. So we have common study units where all our students in tourism will work together. We also compile always an individual study plan for all our students, where we'll take all prior studies and all those skills you have gained before into account. So that's why we kind of tailor-make the curriculum. So you don't need to necessarily follow the official curriculum, but we are very flexible, and we also take your previous knowledge and previous skills into consideration. So may I have the next one, please? We work in very close cooperation or connection with the local tourism and hospitality industry. And that's why there are lots of projects and commissions from our companies and organizations which work or operate in the tourism and hospitality industry. We are also part of MTI, which is an abbreviation of the World Multidimensional Tourism Industry, and it means that we also cooperate with Lapland University, but also the Vocational College of Lapland. And that's why it's also possible for you to choose some courses from the university or somewhere else. And naturally, as also with IB, it's possible to apply for the master's degree after completing your bachelor level degree. And the next one, please. Our career opportunities are shown here. So you might be working as an experienced designer in the future after completing the bachelor degree, marketing manager in a tourism and hospitality company, sales manager, event manager, project manager. These are just examples. So we will actually educate you as to become to work to a superior level or managerial level. So you will become a manager in the tourism and hospitality industry, or perhaps an entrepreneur. So as said here, in the end, we will give you an excellent career option and the right keys to your future. So I believe that this was my part of the presentation. So feel free to make some questions if there are any, but I believe that Boris is also here and he is a student of mine and he will also give some comments on his studies.
Thank you so much, Ulla, for this wonderful presentation. I was very motivated to hear about the new direction of sustainability in tourism, which is, I think, is a trend already existing in Lapland, and it is definitely an increasing need for the from the customer side as well, that they want to be sustainable and conscious when they travel. And
yeah, definitely.
Yes. I was just about to comment on this, and please feel free to tell your opinion on it. But I think that Lapland is a very unique area in the tourism sector, because there is a great collaboration between tourism companies in Lapland, and that it's been always a place to tourism business. So it is the best place to study tourism in that sense.
Oh yeah, we have lots of tourists from all over the world, especially during the Christmas time.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why it's quite easy for our students to find, let's say, a job in the tourism industry while they are studying, a part-time job and so.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
No worries.
So, Boris, can you hear us?
Yes, of course.
Hello. Thanks for joining us. I'll try to put you in spotlight so we can see your face. Yeah, we can see your eyes. Great. Can you tell us how your study week looks like at the tourism degree, or can you just say about the student life in general?
Yes, so the normal study week, how it would go is that we would go usually in the mornings to early afternoon to the university, and then like we do our classes there, our education. We have typical group work until, let's say, maybe like we have classes until 2, 3, sometimes 4 o'clock the latest. And after that, we are free to do what we want. We have our own lives, as Ulla said. Some of us actually have work during the season time, especially. For example, me, I have worked as a tour guide in one of the local tourism companies, actually. So sometimes after we are done with the university in the day, in the later afternoon, let's say 6 or 7 in the evening, we would go to have work with the tourists that come over. We would also have enough free time to hang out with our friends, to make new friendships, new networks as well. We have a lot of free time as well to work on our own assignments at home, to do group projects as well when we are outside of the university, when we are as well, like we go like to coffee places to hang out and do the group work in such a way that we both combine social life and university life as well.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah,
exactly. You can
also some of us are having also like hobbies from time to time, like you can go and do some sports in the city. There are several, actually like more than several, there are a lot, how are they called in English? Playgrounds and workout places in the city.
Yeah, outdoor
and
gyms.
Sport courts, yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to one in the center. Actually, in Finland, you really stop caring about the weather itself, and then you forget that, I don't usually ride a bike in winter in the snow, but you just forget about it, and then you end up just behaving like a Lappish person, a true Finn, and then you just really start ignoring the weather, and it's not an excuse anymore, right?
Oh yes, for sure. I remember when I was back in Bulgaria, like riding a bike in the winter time, that was so crazy for us. Like we would never do it. But I came here to Finland and I was like, okay, you ride the bikes in wintertime in the snow when it's even like snowstorms outside? Okay, fine.
I
And I
know.
started doing it as well, so
Yeah, you just get tough. You just get tough,
yeah.
and definitely I think it is really the advantage of the Finnish higher education and the whole education system that you have more free time, and that allows you to reflect on yourself, your studies, and basically you can develop better when you are more relaxed and not that much pressured with the time and all that. So
Yes.
I think that was your main point here as well, that you get to choose new hobbies as well and learn skiing or snowboarding or anything like that.
Oh, of course. I have been trying over here as well, like during like um not during university, of course, but like when I have free time to learn with some friends, like to do ice skating and to play ice hockey, because I got into it from the locals, and I'm like so into it now. But we don't have any more snow at the moment, so nor ice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's great. Good luck on learning ice hockey, and I hope I can challenge you one day. I also did learn with my Canadian and Finnish friends. I felt very much in disadvantage with my Hungarian origin, but
I feel you.
it was fun, and there is definitely a unique amount of an amount of unique opportunities, including the sauna and all that. Actually, maybe you could talk about the student housing a little bit, because that's something that's a frequent question. People ask about dormitories or housing.
Oh yeah, of course. So the student dormitories are super nice actually. Like I wasn't expecting something like this good as well, because I come from Bulgaria. We were a lot like in this communism era as well. So our student housing is like very low class. While in Finland, it's amazing. Like everything is so clean and safe. Like it's not ruined or anything. Plus the rent isn't anything that is like too expensive. Of course, it's something like it can vary from something like 200, 250 per month to, of course, like if you have an apartment in a newer building in a better spot, then it can go a bit higher. But then again, that is also like part of the life. But it really depends. Also, I am living in a family apartment with my girlfriend, and we are sharing the price for it, which is super nice, and the apartment is very spacey. Um, but some of the shared apartments, let's say if you don't live with a significant other or with a friend, let's say you're with random people, it's super safe. I wasn't expecting it to be that safe as well. But you can leave anything. Let's say I can leave my laptop in my room or anything like that. I can also like leave some of my stuff in the common space. And since it's Finland, nobody would steal it, or well, at least like no Finnish people will steal it, and that is for sure. Which was as well very surprising again, because I come from such a background that like you wouldn't leave anything in our background, like hanging around outside. You wouldn't leave anything like very valuable to you, uh, non-guarded or like
Yeah.
non-observed. But here it's super nice. I was really surprised by the student environment and by the student dormitories, because everything is like very easily accessible. Also, if there is any trouble, you can always contact the student housing service, DAS, for any troubles either with the household, like let's say there are some problems with the pipes, let's say in the kitchen sink or anything like that. Let's say some doors are broken or something doesn't work, they will always send somebody to your household, and they're gonna help you out like super fast.
Yeah, exactly. You're a bit cracking up on my mic, or I don't know, but yes, definitely these are great advantages of being a student in Finland, um, And just a comment here on Rovaniemi, that we forgot to mention that there is a university and the University of Applied Sciences in Rovaniemi. I mean, Ulla has mentioned that you as a tourism student can choose courses from the University of Lapland, so there are like two institutions in one city, which essentially what means for a student is that there are more fellow students in town, so it's definitely a student town, Rovaniemi, and it's I think it's conveniently small enough to be able to make friends, to get to know people and places, and it can feel very homey or cozy, and I still consider Rovaniemi as my second home, and I think many people just don't even leave. Like I think you have been there for a while, right?
Yeah, this is like my fourth year now. Yeah, it's 2021, so it's my fourth year here.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it is super nice. I feel very much at home in Rovaniemi. Like I feel more at home here than I feel more at home in Bulgaria, which is something unusual.
Yeah, it is. It is unusual, but everyone can decide, and if they go back or not to their home countries, and whatever feels right to them. But thanks so much, Boris, and I think I will, because I have wrapped up my presentation a bit earlier than I wanted to. I will tell like 3 more things about the application to Finnish universities, so we do not stop just yet for like 5 more minutes, and then. Of course, if you like to, you can turn off your camera now, so I will be able to share my presentation. But thanks so much, and if you have any questions from Boris, you can write it in the chat, and I think he'll be still here for like 5 more minutes, so he can reply it. Thank you, Boris.
Yes, of course, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I also switched back to Hungarian, so sorry about that. Visszatérnék arra, hogy mi kell a jelentkezéshez, mert úgy néz ki, hogy maradt még időnk, hogy erről is részletesebben beszéljek nektek. Tulajdonképpen, ami az első és legfontosabb, az az érettségi. Nem nézik a jegyeket, de az érettségi az kell, méghozzá angolra lefordítatva. Előzetesen pedig majd az érettségi dátumát igazoló dokumentum, mert a finneknél, mint mondtam, januárban zajlik a jelentkezés, minden évben januárban, és ez tulajdonképpen úgy néz ki, hogy már akkor azt várnák, hogy add le az érettségi bizonyítványodat, de azt még ugye nem teheted meg, mert Magyarországon május-júniusban zajlanak az érettségi vizsgák, így majd egy igazolást, egy hivatalos igazolványt kell benyújtani. Nyelvvizsga, ezt kérdőjelesen írtam, mert például a Lapföldi Alkalmazott Tudományok Egyetemére nem kell nyelvvizsga, van ahova kell, de 90%-ban úgy van, hogy nem szükséges nyelvvizsgát igazoló dokumentumot alapképzéshez, mert tulajdonképpen még nem várják el, hogy akadémiai szinten beszélj angolul egy alapképzéshez, de a felvételi vizsgákon feltétlenül ellenőrzik az angol készségeket, tehát tudni kell angolul, mert angolul van az egész képzés is. Így azt mondom, hogy egy olyan B2-es, A1-es nyelvtudással már nagyon bátran neki lehet vágni, és úgy is fejlődik folyamatosan, ahogy tanul az ember, az angol készség. A harmadik az a motiváció, ami kell a jelentkezéshez, mert én nem vagyok olyan típus, hogy rábeszéljek bárkit arra, külföldre menjen, mert szerintem aki igazán motivált, hogy igen, én Finnországban a Európa Legészakibb egyetemén szeretnék tanulni, az úgyis nekivág, és nem lehet róla lebeszélni, és szerintem azok jelentkezzenek, akik így állnak hozzá, hogy ők igenis Finnországban szeretnének tanulni, tehát ez csak rajtad áll, hogy szeretnél-e vagy sem, mert mint mondtam, más nem kell hozzá, csak ez a 3 dolog a jelentkezéshez, és természetesen a jelentkezés folyamata itt nem marad abba, tehát itt nincs vége a jelentkezési folyamatnak, mert miután sikeresen összegyűjtötted a dokumentumokat, a szükséges dokumentumokat, kell majd még személyigazolvány másolni, de ezek nyilván vannak is. Utána még egy felvételi folyamat jön, tehát felvételi vizsgák jönnek áprilisban, amikhez általában előzetes olvasmányt szoktak küldeni, és azt el kell olvasni, és abból fogalmazást írni, de ez is egyeteme, meg alkalmazott tudományok egyeteme válogatja, hogy mit kérnek. Így a finminta.com-on, vagy a www.finminta.com-on, vagy a finminta@gmail.com-on keresztül nyugodtan kérhettek tőlünk segítséget, és segítünk a jelentkezésben és a felkészülésben is. Szoktam mondani, hogy 15 perces ingyenes konzultációt vállalok, ami alatt megbeszélhetjük, hogy mégis mit nyújthat neked a finn továbbtanulás és a finn oktatás, és hogy vajon neked való-e, és akkor azzal minden kérdést annyi idő alatt meg tudok válaszolni, ami fontos az elinduláshoz. Úgyhogy én egyelőre ennyit szerettem volna mondani a jelentkezésről, és ezt a prezentációt, meg a Lapföldi Egyetemes prezentációkat is át fogom adni nektek e-mailen keresztül. Szóval nagyon szépen köszönjük, hogyha megnézem, hogy jött-e kérdés, még nem jött. Utólag is nyugodtan küldhettek kérdéseket nekünk, és e-mailen keresztül megválaszoljuk azt, vagy itt a chaten keresztül. So thank you so much, everyone. I just finished my presentation, and I told the audience that they can ask questions after as well in the comments or via email. And oh yes, I almost forgot that please do not forget that we have our second webinar introducing the nursing and engineering degree programs on this Thursday. So feel free to join us. You can find the link in the comment of this event below, and we will be more than happy to welcome you with lovely presentations, presenters, and students. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for Ulla, Minna, Katja,